Hi guys, my name is Jordan and welcome to my amazing gaming channel called It's Gaming Productions. Anyway, yes, it's probably not. Nah, I love it. It's my awesome channel of awesomeness with awesome subscribers, all of whom I love to the depth of my very heart, I must say. Anyway, sorry, I'm just getting a bit carried away here with the introductions. But anyway, as you can see, I died due to some failures of physics. Because apparently when you try and get out of a boat, you die. Anyway, yeah, if you can't tell already, I am playing Battlefield Play for Free. Although, as it's lovingly called by many of the people who have tried to play it, they use the term Battlefield Pay to Win, which I'll go into in a bit. But I can understand the reason why it has been given this name, this terrible name of namingness. And look at that, I take a shotgun to the face, but I'm still alive. But anyway, this is a free game which is developed by EA. It's basically Battlefield 2, but just ported a bit and made slightly different so that it works on the freemium model. For those of you who don't know, the freemium model is when you can download the game for free, but certain extras in the game you do have to pay for, which in some cases, such as Blacklight Retribution, as I've always said, isn't excellent. They've just got the freemium model excellently worked out. Whereas in other cases like this, it's not quite so good, but I'm going to go into that later. I'm just going to start talking about the game itself. So it's a first-person shooter. It runs off the same engine that Battlefield 2 did, so the graphics do look slightly dated, but then the upside of that is it will run on, well, virtually any machine, if I'm honest. This is it on max settings on my laptop, and it's running at like 90 odd frames a second. That's with like, that's with everything set to max. So I don't know whether that's like frame limited or not, but anyway, yeah. So it will probably, on the website it says it supports anything from 256 meg of graphics and above, although to be honest, you probably would be able to run it on things below it, just not at a desirable frame rate. But anyway, we shall continue, because I used to run this when I had integrated graphics on my desktop, and that was only 128 meg, so yeah. It should be absolutely fine running on anything, especially if you turn the details down. But yeah, anyway, this gameplay-wise, it works pretty much the same as like Battlefield 2. It's mainly focusing on the domination game mode, I think, or assault game mode, so conquest. I think it's conquest, where you have to capture all the points, and you get points for however many points you hold. You have points for points and points for points. You get tickets for every single control point you hold. Look at this. I sniped him with a tracer dart, although they do like 1 damage, which is pretty awful, but anyway. If you're wondering why my loadout doesn't change, it's because of the fact that this is the only gun I actually currently have unlocked, is this shotgun, because the base LMGs are pretty terrible, to be perfectly honest. And I was just like in here with a shotgun, just getting shot by this sniper rifle. But anyway, yeah. Gameplay wise, this game does feel quite clunky, to say the least. It's not it's not the fact that it doesn't look amazing. It just, I'm running it at like 90 frames a second, as I said before, but like, it still manages to sort of feel sluggish. I'm not sure really how to explain it, but like, it's a combination of like the fact that you really don't run that fast, and the animations seem a bit iffy, to say the least. So it just doesn't seem to run smooth. It's like Battlefield 3 and MW3, well, all the Call of Duties really, they just feel really smooth, even if they're not running at the same frame rate as this. The combat system just feels really quite clunky, and I'm still, having played this game for a short while, I'm still unsure as to like whether there is bullet drop or things like that on this game. So yeah, it is. Yeah, it's quite. I don't know. It's quite strange. It's like I haven't played a first-person shooter which feels quite like this before, which is probably one of the reasons why I'm not doing too brilliantly. I mean, for some people, obviously, it works, but for me, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's got any sort of flow to it, I suppose is the right word. Look at that, I just got run over, completely pwned. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, you can drive vehicles and the like. There is also helicopters, which we'll have some guy in a bit who's just completely dominating me with a helicopter. You can fly helicopters. The only problem is you do have to do training courses or something. Here we go. There you go. You do have to do like sort of training courses and such for them. I'm not entirely sure how it works because I can't fly helicopters to save my life, so I just didn't really see any point in bothering with learning how to fly helicopters. But yeah, so they may seem a little bit OP. Well, they certainly feel a bit OP to me anyway. So yeah, that is one thing to consider, is that you will be able to fly and drive and such, so it would be great fun. Look at this, I threw this med kit down, I was like, yeah, I'll survive, and then just get caught in the crossfire of someone else's battle with this guy who's just sitting in his truck like dugga 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 dugga. But anyway, moving on. So as I said at the start of this, many people do give this game the nickname Pay to Win, and that is just because of the fact that you do get like, there's two sorts of in-game currencies, just like Blacklight had, where it's like combat points, I think was what the Blacklight had. This one I can't exactly remember. There's battle funds and something else which I can't quite remember what it's called. It's battle funds and combat funds or something like that. Anyway, and you get the combat funds by playing for free, so you just get them by getting kills and taking objectives and winning games and stuff like that. And then there's battle funds, which you get battle funds by doing battle funds you have to pay real world money for, and it wouldn't be that bad if you didn't have to sort of, and look at this, there's no option to cancel reloads. I was clicking the triggers fast as I could, hoping it would like reload cancel, and just absolutely nothing was happening. I was just like and then it was just like shooting at me, and I was like nah. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, you do have to pay to get, it's not like Blacklight where you pay to get them earlier. There is certain weapons which you cannot obtain without paying money, like real world money. So things like that, just like, in my opinion, just really do not bode well for a freemium game model. If you're someone who's not paying, if you're someone who's not paying money, like real world money on this game, which is supposed to be a free game, you are at a disadvantage against all the players who are spending real world money, due to the fact that they can get better equipment, not only quicker than you, but they can also get equipment which you personally can't access. So to me, that is a bit of a quite a big flaw actually in this game, in that unless you're playing on the right servers and stuff like that, or you are genuinely pretty good at the game. Oh, and watch this, I was just running in like, I'm gonna capture this flag, I'm gonna get it. But anyway, unless you're playing like really, really well, you are going to quite frequently get beaten by players who are paying for the weapons they use and the armour they get and the skills and specializations that they have. So yeah, that is one weak point in the game, and other than that, I can see myself spending like a long time playing this game. Like, I can, even though it does feel a bit sluggish, and you do see this guy's doing like 15-2 kill death ratio, but anyway, even though it is sluggish, as I said before, and stuff like that, it's not an entirely bad game. And it is just an example of the fact that unless you have done training on how to fly the helicopters, all you can do is sit in the gunner's seats, even when there's not a pilot in there, and you have absolutely no options. So like, the tops of these aircraft carriers are just like surrounded by people waiting for helicopter pilots to spawn in just so they can hop on and start owning it up in the helicopters, which I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to make it so that like you have to pay real world money for this training to be able to fly a helicopter, which is like an integral part of the game engine. And you'll be pleased to know that this time I don't die when I try and get off the boat, so yeah, don't worry, I've got this whole boat driving thing right down. I know what I'm doing now. But yeah, so other than that, it's like Battlefield 2 maps is what is mainly used. So if you've got the Back to Karkin pack, they're like the sort of maps you'll be using, and they all sort of look a bit like this due to the fact that it is running off the old Battlefield 2 engine, which obviously is getting quite old now. I think it's, God, how old is it? It's like, I don't know, just, I think it's like 7 years old, something along those lines. I know it's not as old, quite as old as the Source engine, as far as I know. Feel free to correct me, because I am not always right. I like to think I am, but I really am not always right. But yeah, as you can see, you do have things like the Como rows where you can call in for ammo, medics, and the like. So yeah, as you can see, it comes up in the little chat sort of area in the bottom left, just above the mini-map, so you can see the people who are asking you for ammo and such. And I think you get like start blipping on the map. I think that's what also happens, so it does encourage teamwork and such. But obviously obviously you'll benefit a lot more if you're in like a call or something, but you can do some sort of text chat sort of thing. So this is pretty much the end of this gameplay with me trying to kill someone with a tracer tag. And so thank you for watching. If you like this and want to see more, then be sure to subscribe. Also give it a like if you liked it, because that lets me know that you liked it and that makes me happy. And then other than that, if you have any questions, you can follow me on my Twitter. That is pretty much it. If you're wondering, my Twitter is @its_gaming. Thank you and goodbye.